Previously on the Eagles franchise. Going into Week 18, our Eagles had assumed that we already clinched the number one seed, as it said in the standings that we literally got the number one seed. However, after losing in Week 18 and Dallas winning, the Cowboys have somehow overtaken us for the top seed, which means we have a playoff game here in the wild card weekend, and we are going to San Francisco to take on Trey Lance and the NFC champion 49ers. So there is a lot to digest over the end of season number 3, but long story short, our Eagles, who were supposed to get the 1 seed, are now starting the playoffs as a wild card on the road. San Francisco had a pretty rough season. They went 8-9, but having a weak division propelled them to the 4 seed. So us and Dallas both finished 12-5. The first tiebreaker for seeding is head-to-head, which we split. The next tiebreaker is inter-division record. They had the better inter-division record, so technically, yes, the Cowboys do deserve the number 1 seed. However, it said going into Week 18 that we had already clinched it, so because of that, I didn't try as hard. We played backups, and obviously we got screwed over. Since we're in the same division as Dallas, we don't even get to win the division, which is why we are a wild card and a 5 seed playing on the road in the first round. So, yeah, not an ideal scenario, but you know what? We got to make the most of the hand we have been dealt. Obviously, we would prefer a first round bye, but we have a playoff game here in round 1, and we have to execute against San Francisco. Obviously, it was a great season for our Eagles, making the playoffs for the first time in this series and nearly getting the number 1 seed. We were on top of the conference all year, but because Madden lied to us, we are obviously not the 1 seed. But if we go into this game sort of undervaluing San Francisco, that could prove to be trouble for us. We beat San Francisco back in Week 4, and we beat them bad. The Niners are also not playing great football. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games, with the only win coming against the Rams, who have not won a game since Week 3. So I don't even know if that counts as a win for San Francisco. But on paper, this team is loaded. They have 3 99 overall players. They also have Deebo Samuel. They've made a number of big trades over the past year or so, getting Eric Armstead and Hunter Renfrow. And of course, third-year quarterback Trey Lance, who's developed into a great player for San Francisco, putting up phenomenal numbers in his first 2 years as a starter, and obviously this year, leading them to a playoff spot. And as we go into this press conference, I think we need to really handle San Francisco tough, even though they went 8-9, even though they're not playing good football, even though we killed them earlier in the year. This is still a playoff game, and if we just hold our heads down and are upset about not getting the 1 seed, this game could have trap game written all over it. So we need to be fully prepared and ready, and I think this team is certainly capable. We had a great season this year. There's no reason for it to stop now, but we have to play our best football here in the month of January, in the postseason. A lot of these guys have never played in the playoffs, but some of these veterans like Fletcher Cox, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson, they were on the Super Bowl team, so hopefully they can provide some experience to our younger guys, particularly quarterback Jalen Hurts, who is playing in his first NFL playoff game. So it should be a really fun matchup here. Hopefully our Eagles can get the win and advance to the divisional round as we head here to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. The 8-9 49ers, who snuck into the playoffs courteous of a weak NFC West, take on the 12-5 Philadelphia Eagles, who were the number 1 seed the entire year in the NFC, but again, it slipped away from them down the stretch. This should be a very fun matchup. 2 super talented teams. Could the Niners pull off the upset, or will the Eagles take what's rightfully theirs? So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the first playoff game in this franchise as Rigoberto Sanchez has it teed off, and we are underway. It'll be received inside the 5-yard line by Troy Dobbs. Dobbs with a nice return to around the 24. So here is Jalen Hurts in his first NFL playoff game. He's played in a number of big games in college, most notably the national championship as a sophomore, in which he got benched for Tua Tagovailoa, who of course led a big comeback. He threw the game-winning pass to, at the time, true freshman wide receiver Devontae Smith, who of course is now with our Eagles. First play from scrimmage, a nice run for Rosemont St. Clair, who gets 11. one of the NFL's leaders in scrimmage yards. Rosemont St. Clair finished with over 1,000 receiving yards and nearly 900 rushing yards as the change of pace back, although I think calling him a change of pace back sort of undervalues what he is. Tazewell Hubbard now with a big run. So far, so good for the NFL's #1 rushing attack. Hubbard finished with around 1,200 rushing yards this season, nearing around the top half of the league. 2nd and 2, back to Hubbard, the first-round rookie out of Westlake, with another big run to the 24. The Eagles so far are grounding and pounding down the Niners' defense, and San Francisco is a great run defense, so it's good to see the Eagles' rushing attack playing so well early on. 3rd and 8, short throw for St. Clair. He only gets about 2 or 3, wrapped up by Adam Keith, another Westlake rookie. So the Niners do get the stop. That'll bring on the field goal team. 36-yard attempt for Zebediah Phoenix II, and Philadelphia is on the board. If you remember, in Philadelphia's Week 4 win against San Francisco, Zebediah Phoenix played horribly in that game. He missed like 2 or 3 kicks, and it feels like he hasn't missed since. So hopefully he can kick well here, as of course, in this stadium, he did not kick well. Trey Lance early with a bomb downfield. It's broken up by Nehemiah Richardson. Deebo Samuel, the intended target. Nehemiah Richardson's obviously had a great season as the #1 corner, but the past couple of weeks he hasn't been himself, so it's good to see him making a play. And then on 3rd and 9, the screen pass is unsuccessful. So the defense with an early 3-and-out looking great on that possession. And now the offense has it back. Tazewell Hubbard right back to work. He has probably a good 60 rushing yards so far, and we're like 4 minutes into the game. A great start here for Hubbard, who hasn't played all that well the past couple of weeks. Now 3rd and 4. Hurts under pressure. He's just going to throw it away. Jalen Hurts with a smart decision there. Now 4th and 4, and it's the field goal team. Interesting call here. It's a 58-yard attempt for Zebediah Phoenix, who's made some long ones this year, with his longest coming from 61. This kick, a beauty. Right down the middle, and Philadelphia now leads 6-0. So far, so good for Zebediah Phoenix, who is 2 for 2, including that 58-yard beauty. An interesting call on 4th and 4 from the 41 to elect to kick, but obviously it worked out. So San Francisco has it back. There's Hunter Renfrow, gets by the defender. Renfrow down the field, wrapped up at the 11 by C.J. Thomas. It's a gain of 64 for Hunter Renfrow. An excellent play there by the talented slot receiver. He's a sneaky athlete, high-character guy, first guy in, last guy out type of mentality for Hunter Renfrow. 3rd and 4, it's a fumble picked up by Kittle. Breaks a tackle, and he's in for a touchdown. What a weird play, but nonetheless, San Francisco is on top. So Trey Lance got strip sacked. The ball comes flying out. Kittle picks it up and runs into the end zone. So what could have been a catastrophic disaster for San Francisco turns into a touchdown. That was Cleveland Ferrell who forced out the ball, and San Francisco now leads 7-6. The Eagles have it back, 2nd and 9. Hurts looking to throw it under some pressure. Going to try to scramble. Jalen Hurts with a first down the sidelines, pushed out by Fred Warner, but not before gaining 20. The Eagles have to have at least 100 rushing yards by now. I mean, holy cow, their run game looks phenomenal. 3rd and 4 from the 47. Hurts tries to get it to St. Clair, misses the throw. As good as the run game has been, the pass game, not so much. So San Francisco has it back on 1st down. Trey Sermon only gets 2. But the big story here is the star rookie, Jabari Achebe, injured on the play. That's really bad. Achebe has been one of the best players on this team. 15.5 sacks, a rookie record. And he will be out for the rest of the game. A major loss for the defense. And a couple plays later, they immediately collapse. Look at Paris Campbell go. 76 yards down the field, and the Niners extend their lead. I don't know what the Eagles were trying to do there. They had nobody deep to cover him. I think the 3 safety, Deshaun Elliott, who is a Pro Bowler this year, was supposed to cover him. And he just didn't. And I have no idea why. So it was a great start to the quarter for the Eagles for the first 5 minutes, and then it has gone downhill, and it has gone downhill fast. The Niners with 2 touchdowns. Jabari Achebe has added the game. It's been a rough past 4 or 5 minutes for the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll see if their offense can get things back on track here in the second quarter. That's a pretty good start. Tykeem Keon to the 44-yard line. A nice play there by the second-year pro out of the University of Texas. 3rd and 4. Hurts tries to get it back to Keon, but it's incomplete. 4th and 4 at the 38. They could go for a 55-yard field goal, but they're actually going to go for it. Coach Champ Britton wants to make a statement, but the statement is made from the other side. Javon Kinlaw tackles Hubbard behind the line of scrimmage, so the Eagles do not convert, and the momentum continues to go towards San Francisco's side as Philadelphia's chances here are quickly crashing down if they don't get it together. The run defense for the Eagles, though, has been great. Trey Sermon loses a yard wrapped up by Bobby Wagner, who finished with an NFL record 27 tackles for loss this past season. 3rd down and 9 now. Trey Lance looking to throw it under pressure. I think that was Josh Sweat who had the hit in the backfield. It's only a gain of 2. So the Eagles defense gets a much-needed stop. Any form of momentum at this point is good for the Eagles because they need it. 3rd and 4, Jalen Hurts scrambling to the right side, hoping to get somebody open, and he does. It's Tykeem Keon who brings it to about the 50. A gain of 35 yards for Tykeem Keon, who had a great season. He really has not played at all in the past month or so, though. He got injured against the Giants back in like week 14. Played a little bit last week, but other than that, he's barely played. And he clearly has not missed a beat. Another great catch for Keon. That one goes for around 22. Tykeem Keon with nearly 100 yards here in the first half. Very next play from the 29. Hurts scrambles to the right, looking to throw it, and sure enough, he has his man, Tykeem Keon, who is on fire right now. Tykeem Keon has 5 catches for 105 yards, and we still have about 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Talk about a playoff debut. My God. The Eagles trying to punch it in here. It's a jet sweep for Devontae Smith, who outruns the defender. He is in for a touchdown, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Brandon Brooks, for right guard, is injured on the play. The Eagles would only kick the extra point. They could have gone for 2 to tie it up, but they felt like it was too early in the game to go for 2. So San Francisco has it back on 3rd and 11. Trey Lance throws it away. A big stop there for Philadelphia. I don't know if you can see on the bottom left, but Josh Sweat got hurt. He is now out for the game. So Philadelphia is without 2 of their premier pass rushers, which is really bad. Rosemont St. Clair runs straight through a defender to the 50-yard line. That's 5'7". Rosemont Clair making those plays. I'm taller than him, and that says something because I'm pretty short. 3rd down and 8. Hurts has an open man. It's Tykeem Keon again, juked by the defender to the 28. Tykeem Keon has been unbelievable here in this second quarter. His 6th reception of the game. He's now at 125 yards. As that brings us to the 2-minute warning here in the first half. We've got a fun one thus far. Philadelphia 13, San Francisco 14, as it's a 2nd and 8 from the 26. Hurts with a strike for his running back, Rosemont St. Clair, who brings it to the 6-yard line. Nice play there for St. Clair. Very next play, 1st and goal at the 6, in an attempt to take the lead. Hurts looking to throw it. Calm and composed in the pocket. And sure enough, it's Tykeem Keon with the touchdown. Tykeem Keon has had an otherworldly first half today, and the Eagles take a 6-point lead. Philadelphia's offense is really figuring it out in the second quarter. Just get the ball in the hands of Tykeem Keon and get out of the way. San Francisco now trying to do some damage. I don't think so. It's picked off. Nehemiah Richardson with the interception. Deebo Samuel is the intended target, but Richardson plays the ball perfectly. And although Nehemiah Richardson had a rough past like a month or so to end the year, today he has been phenomenal with a huge interception there. And Deebo Samuel has been virtually non-existent. And then on the other side, Brandon Ayuk has also gotten locked up by C.J. Thomas, who has continued to improve throughout this season as well. So the Eagles have it back with about a minute to go, trying to make it a 2-score game. Hurts with a shot downfield for Keon. He caught it, but out of bounds. That play, I think, would have put him over 200 yards for the half. What a near big play for Philadelphia. Hurts tries to go deep for Keon again, misses the throw. Maybe the Eagles shouldn't be forcing it to Tykeem Keon. I get that he's on a roll, but they also have Devontae Smith, Tazewell Hubbard, Rosemont St. Clair. Maybe get one of those guys the ball, or maybe just wait until Tykeem Keon gets completely wide open. Keon, past the 50, tries to outrun the defender. He cannot, but still brings it to the 44-yard line. Tykeem Keon now has 8 catches for like 160-something yards. and a touchdown. He has just been insane. 2nd and 10. Hurts scrambling with it to his right. He's going to run with it. Jalen Hurts down the field, runs out of bounds at the 13-yard line. A gain of 31 for Jalen Hurts, who's doing cartwheels now on the field. The Eagles offense has like 350 total yards, and we're still in the first half. From the 13, very next play, Hurts under pressure, sacked. A big play for the San Francisco defense. I believe that was Nick Bosa, the All-Pro, who brought him down. Now it's a 2nd and 18. Eagles out of timeout, so Jalen Hurts feels like he has to heave it for the end zone as it's tipped and intercepted. A really nice play for Drake Greenlaw off the tip, and Greenlaw brings it to the 21. Hurts tried to force it up for Tykeem Keon, hoping that he would make another play, but was unable to there. And that is how the first half is going to come to a close. High-octane offense, a ton of action so far. We have been treated to a thriller, but it is the Eagles up top, 20-14. I feel like we have severely outplayed San Francisco. Our offense is clicking. Our defense is doing really well. Outside of 2 super long passes by Trey Lance that ended up going for like 60-plus yards, the Niners' offense hasn't been all that good. They haven't had a sustained drive lead to points yet, so I'm optimistic. If we can not allow these big plays, there's no reason why we can't win comfortably here in the second half. Even though it's a playoff game and I feel like we should focus on throwing the ball, the game plan is still going to be to run with it because that's what we've been good at doing all season long. Tazewell Hubbard had an outstanding first half, although all the attention has deservedly gone on Tykeem Keon, who has 160 yards. Tazewell Hubbard was running it well. Rosemont St. Clair was running it well. So if we can continue to run the ball, there's no reason why the offense won't continue to play as they are. Although I obviously still want to throw the ball, get it into Tykeem Keon's hands as much as possible, look for Hubbard and St. Clair to make a big impact. Defensively, I'm focused on stopping the pass because our run defense has been unbelievably good. And if we can avoid allowing the big plays, we should be good. So here comes the Niners offense, led by, of course, Trey Lance. San Francisco's only down by 6 points, and they have the ball. Even though I feel like the Niners haven't played all that well, they are still absolutely well within reach of winning this game. 2nd and 4, a big sack for Bobby Wagner. Wagner has been flying around the field all season long, and today, well, it's no different. He has still been the dominant Bobby Wagner that we all know and love. 3rd and 11 now from the 20. Lance looking to throw it up the middle, connects with Deebo Samuel for a gain of 16. Just Samuel's 2nd reception of the game, and that's 2 more than Brandon Ayuk has. Samuel and Ayuk have gotten completely shut down today, which I think is the main reason why the Niners offense is struggling so much. Handoff for Sermon, tripped up for a loss of 2 by Terrell Burgess. Trey Sermon has 8 carries for 4 yards. It's not all his fault. The run blocking's been very bad, but he hasn't really helped himself out either. 3rd and 6. Lance looking to scramble and run for the first down. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by Connor McGovern. He might have gotten the first down. They're not going to give it to him, but that was really close. So let's take a look at this replay again. Trey Lance fumbles it, and there are like probably 10 players dogpiling for the football, but McGovern picks it up and nearly got the first down. And on 4th and inches, the Niners would surprisingly punt it. So the Eagles have it back with a big stop. 3rd and 11, nearly intercepted. Hurts was trying to get it to Keon, but was very lucky that it was not a turnover. So a massive break there for the Eagles. And San Francisco has it back. Both defenses force an early stop here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 8. Lance with a deep shot, and it's broken up by C.J. Thomas. A great play on the football by Thomas. Although C.J. Thomas hasn't forced his weekly turnover, he has been locked down today, playing one of his best games of the year. 3rd and 11. Dallas Goedert with his first catch of the game. Good enough for a first down. So the Eagles offense finally is starting to get things rolling here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 6. Hurts scrambling to the left. He has ran it well today. Hurts takes a shot deep. That ball was in the air for like 70 yards, and it's nearly caught. I had no idea Jalen had that type of arm. He threw that from like the 30-ish yard line. That ball went literally 70 yards in the air. 3rd and 6. Tazewell Hubbard loses 2 on the screen, wrapped up by Kari Willis. And both offenses have completely hit the struggle bus in the 3rd quarter. Both defenses have looked phenomenal in the second half. Finally, a nice run for the 49ers as Elijah Mitchell brings it to the 50. Elijah Mitchell has 2 carries for 9 yards. Trey Sermon 12 carries for 9 yards. Maybe they should give Elijah Mitchell the ball more because he's had a better day than Trey Sermon, who immediately gets the football and loses another yard. Josh Uche is the one who brings him down. And that will conclude the third quarter. After a explosive, high-scoring first half, both teams forgot how to play offense in the third quarter. I think here at the 48 is the farthest, or I guess the closest any team has been towards the end zone. 3rd and 8, it's Brandon Ayuk who finally catches the football. He gains 21. It took 3 quarters for Ayuk to show up, but the one time he's not covered by C.J. Thomas, he makes a play. Fast forward about 3 minutes, San Francisco marching down the field. They have it on the goal line, but they're really struggling to punch it in because their run game is atrocious. Trey Sermon gets nothing there on 2nd and goal. Now it's 3rd and goal. San Francisco on the goal line set. Philadelphia has almost everybody in the box as it's back for Sermon. He is literally inches away, wrapped up by Winston Johnson. So 4th and goal with like 6 minutes to go. San Francisco is literally inches. The obvious choice here is to go for it. I think they should QB sneak it. Instead, it's a handoff for Sermon, and he dives in for a touchdown. Trey Sermon puts San Francisco ahead, pending the extra point with just under 6 minutes to go. San Francisco would make the kick. They're now up by 1. Look at Jalen Hurts on the sideline. He looks calm and composed for what appears to be probably the biggest drive of his NFL career so far. Down by 1 here in the playoffs. Does Jalen Hurts have what it takes to lead his team down the field? And even if he doesn't, there's still quite a bit of time left in this game. 3rd and 1, handoff for Hubbard. Big first down for the Philadelphia Eagles as he brings it to the 38-yard line. The Eagles are so far running the ball a lot on this drive. It doesn't seem like they fully trust Jalen Hurts right now because he's had a pretty rough second half. St. Clair to the outside with a spin move. He brings it to the San Fran 43. Philadelphia is now marching down the field. They're really running it well. Looks like St. Clair had a limp on his foot as he was getting up. Hopefully he's all right. Now 3rd and 5. Hurts takes a shot for the end zone. It's broken up. Claypool, the intended target. So 4th and 5. It's the field goal team out on the field. A 55-yarder for Zebediah Phoenix with under 3 minutes to go for the lead. Bang! He got it. Zebediah Phoenix comes up clutch. Phoenix had such a phenomenal regular season, and although he struggled the first time these two teams met up here at Levi's, he's been great today. So now it's 23-21, and that brings us to Trey Lance and the San Francisco offense. All they need is a field goal to take the lead, so we'll see what they can do here with under 3 minutes to go and all 3 timeouts. 2nd and 7. Good throw up the middle for Paris Campbell, who brings it to the 42-yard line. Final play before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 7 here for San Francisco. Lance drops back to throw, and he is sacked. Winston Johnson with one of the biggest plays of the game. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. We've got ourselves a battle. 23-21. The Philadelphia Eagles are on top, but San Francisco has the football, and they have a big 3rd and 16. This might be the biggest play of the game, the biggest play of this entire franchise up to this point. Lance looks to throw it. He is a wide open man. It's Brandon Ayuk who gets the first down and is quickly wrapped up by Burgess. A huge conversion for San Francisco. 2nd and 10, a minute and a half to go. Lance takes a shot for the end zone, and it is intercepted, but out of bounds. C.J. Thomas caught it, but was unable to keep his footing, and that brings us to another 3rd and long, this time from 10 yards out. It's a short throw for Kittle, and he gains 9, just missing the yard to beat. Good tackle by Nehemiah Richardson. So it's 4th and 1. The field goal team is out on the field. Interesting call here from Kyle Shanahan as the Eagles call a timeout in an attempt to ice the kicker. Shanahan could have rethought his decision, but he'll stick with the field goal team. This is Joey Sly, known for having a strong leg, but accuracy issues. For the lead from 55 yards out, this kick is no good! It's short and wide to the right. Joey Sly misses the go-ahead field goal, and it appears the Eagles, all they have to do is chew some clock, and they will have this game won. 40 seconds to go. First down, handoff for Tazewell Hubbard. That's a pretty good start. He gets around 6. Niners call timeout number 1. The Eagles are 4 yards away from winning their first playoff game of the series. 2nd and 4, back to Hubbard, and he's so close, inches away from the first down yards marker. That'll bring us to a 3rd down and inches. And if the Eagles don't get it, they'll have an interesting decision on whether to punt or to go for it. 3rd and inches, Keon in motion. He gets the rock and the first down. This game is over. Tykeem Keon will finish it off. And now the Eagles return to the field in victory formation with San Francisco not having any more timeouts. There's no reason to have any funny business as Jalen Hurts takes the kneel down, and it appears this game is over. With 5 seconds to go, Hurts is going to take one more kneel down for good measure, and there you go. In our first playoff game of the series, our Philadelphia Eagles squeak away with a victory. 23-21 on the road here against the San Francisco 49ers in an absolutely thrilling contest. But our Eagles are victorious. We are now 1-0 in this series in the postseason. This is Philadelphia's first playoff win since the 2018 season with the Cody Parkey double doink. So it's fitting that we won this game also because of a missed kick, which of course was by Joey Sly. Trey Lance and the Niners return to the locker room for the final time this season as their 2023 campaign is over. Let's take a look at the stats. And overall, this was a really exciting game from start to finish. Both offenses were great in the first half, and they were both quite bad in the second half. Trey Lance, I thought, played average, not bad, but not great. Jalen Hurts, meanwhile, was underwhelming. He was inaccurate. He didn't look poised at all in the second half. He did not play a good game, but he still has another week to prove himself in the divisional round, so I'm curious to see how he does. The big reason why we won this game was the run game. Hubbard with nearly 100 yards, St. Clair and Hurts with over 50 apiece, whereas Trey Sermon only had 16. Tykeem Keon with 8 catches for 164 yards and a touchdown, all of which came in the first half. He might have gotten all those in the second quarter alone. We had 3 sacks in this game, none of which, of course, by Jabari Achebe, who got injured. And there's Zebediah Phoenix, 3 for 3 on field goals. Joey Sly, 0 for 1 with the big miss. So let's talk about Jabari Achebe. He suffers an abdominal tear and is out 4 weeks. That's really bad. Jabari Achebe is one of our most important players, and now the earliest he'll be able to return is the Super Bowl if we were to make it. So although we won today, it doesn't come without casualty. So we're going to simulate the week. Do you guys think I'm going to let you know who we're playing in the next round? No, I'm not, because I like suspense, but I will tell you one thing. We're going to be playing in a blizzard. That should be fun.